People is proud to present the 40 Days 40 FinTechs, an initiative under its Include Everyone program, which is leading the way in advocating for technology that promotes financial inclusivity. Since 2020, we've profiled over 100 FinTechs, and our latest season is shining a spotlight on those breaking down digital barriers and transforming lives for the better. Join us in this financial inclusivity revolution, presented with generous support from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Follow hashtag 40 Days 40 FinTechs, hashtag Level 1 Project to learn more and get involved in creating a brighter financial future for all.
The 40 Days for the FinTechs initiative continues to shine a spotlight on innovators that are using financial technology to serve the unserved and underserved people in Uganda and across the world. On day 3 of 40 Days for the FinTechs initiative season 5, we are very happy to have Mr. Alawi Mutebi, the founder and CEO of Eurosat Group. Mr. Mutebi, we're happy to have you today.
Thank you so much, Hi People team, for hosting me in your studios. My name is Mutebi Alawi, and I'm the founder and CEO of Eurosat Group of Companies Limited.
Yes, for those hearing you or seeing you for the very first time, what is Eurosat? What do you do? When did you start?
Eurosat Group of Companies was founded in 2016. And initially, it was founded on a basis of providing electrical and ICT services. Then services that were provided by Eurosat Group of Companies were so much of the IT supplies in terms of hardware components, but also the electrical works that were done, like networking and other commercial electrical designs. So we started transitioning from an energy company to more of a software and a fintech company in 2020, post-COVID, when we had our initial product called Instant SMS, which was an SMS platform that is integrated with other systems to provide seamless communication using SMS. So from that time, 2020, we have been transitioning by developing a number of fintech and software products. Some of them are payment as a service, others are software as a service, and others are SMS as a service. So we have been undergoing a transition up to date.
Yes, maybe specifically under fintech, what kind of products do you have? What kind of customers do you serve?
As Eurosat Group of Companies, our renewed vision is to provide customized technology that is there to help more of the SMEs in Africa, and this is specifically built by us who are Africans. We believe we understand the local market more than any other players, and we are trying to bring up products that are customized for our market and the needs of the clients we serve. So we have been developing a number of products since 2020, and one of them was among the fintech products was the Eurosat ERP that we introduced last year, that is powering the interest-free finance institutions that are providing services to the underserved and the underbanked. Remember, the Islamic population was one of the market that was left out,
just the most underserved
in terms of banking. So with the advent of Islamic finance being introduced in Uganda and the bill being passed, we had a number of SACCOs that were willing to provide these services. So we came in to innovate around and build these solutions that would help them. Right now, we have onboarded a number of SACCOs that are providing these services, and we are looking forward to having more coming on board. It was a new phenomena, and still a new phenomena, which is trying to pick traction in the market, and we believe by 2025, there will be an improvement in the number of clients we are serving. But apparently, we have also developed what we call Edusat ERP, which is an integral of FinTech and EduTech. We are looking at bridging the gap and providing a 360-degree solution that is enabling schools engage the parents in terms of communication, but also manage their day-to-day processes like finances and academic processes.
So how does Edusat work?
So Edusat is an academic ERP. By ERP, we mean an enterprise resource planning system. This has a number of integrated components within it. So we talk about the finance, that has the school fees management, that has the accounting, that has the payrolls and other components. Then we also move on to the academic module that is able to manage and flexibly try to integrate a number of curricula that are being provided in the Ugandan ecosystem. We have got the new curriculum, we have got the old curriculum still operating, we have the Islamic schools that are operating the theology curriculum. We also have those that are operating the international curriculum. So we have built a comprehensive solution for all these schools that are providing these types of education structures. This helps them to manage the students' results, manage the classwork, and also manage the learning process, like admissions, like attendance, and also manage the financial components of the school. Remember, most of these schools are underemployed. I mean, they don't have enough human resource in terms of administration. You find that a school is having a bursar, but they don't have an accountant. So this solution has bridged many gaps within the financial management protocol by having many of these financial processes being automated. So at a point when these students are admitted into the school, they are able now to start paying their school fees via the different platforms, school fees payment platforms like SchoolPay and SurePay. Our system is integrated with those systems to manage those payments and transactions on real time. So these transactions are posted onto the accounting system, and they can actually print out reports seamlessly without the need of an accountant, so long as proper data is entered.
Yes, so
and
how
they can
does
also manage their budgets and expenditures via the finance model.
Yes, fair enough. How does a school get onboarded onto that platform?
So the school can go via our website, book for a demo. We organize for a demo and then go and meet them. When we meet them, we discuss with them, we understand, we do what we call a business diagnosis to better understand their needs. Because what we believe is that we are trying to bring a customized solution. Every school has got its own kind of way of doing things. We want to understand their needs, but also accommodate them into our system as much as possible. So once we do a demo, we do a business diagnosis and list down their needs, then we organize now to onboard them through our onboarding process that begins with a KYC kind of approach, where we have their information regarding their school, and then we can now create a test account for them to start testing out and training them.
So after a school is onboarded, how does a parent access the platform? What kind of devices does a parent need to use the platform if their kid's school is onboarded?
Yeah, because of the inclusivity kind of nature of our system and connectivity, we have been able to develop a mobile app, because we have realized almost the biggest percentage is using the mobile platforms. And the mobile app can be accessed both on Play Store, and iOS very soon is going to be also launched. But apparently Play Store has our app, Edusat ERP. Now these parents are mapped onto the accounts of the school as parents with their phone numbers, and now they can use their phone numbers to log into the mobile app and access their student information using the mobile number that was provided for the parent or guardian or any other person. So we have built this comprehensively, bringing information regarding their children via the mobile app. This information contains the financial transactions that are being carried out as school fees, but also look at the academic component of seeing their children's performance throughout the entire term or throughout the entire year, which is kind of assessment based for secondary school, and then for primary school it's still at a level of termly basis.
Do you have any plans of onboarding feature phone users? Are you thinking of USSD at one point?
The USSD is accommodated, but the way we accommodate it is so much of the communications part, because many of these features are like, many of these features are document oriented. They are detailed in analysis, and it makes it a little bit impossible for some of them to be featured on the USSD structure. But we have got at least some components like the fees balances, like somebody checking for the fees balances, checking for a number of things, say like marks for different results, say for per subject. Somebody can choose to check marks for a different subject or a different term, but we are looking forward to see how we can make it possible for the USSD users to access the platform.
Yes, for the time you have been implementing this system, how many schools have so far onboarded? And collectively, like how many students are you serving currently?
Yeah, we have a number of schools. Apparently, we have onboarded 20 schools, and averagely, these schools are having 500 plus students per school, averagely. So we are looking forward to having more schools by the end of the year. We are looking to having more than 100 by the end of the year, because we have already other schools in pipeline that want to be onboarded, but they are still undergoing our KYC process. And we think by the end of the year, we shall shoot 100, and this would be multiplied for the several years.
Yes, as a serial innovator, what do you think are the main challenges that are keeping Ugandan innovators behind the pecking order of success when compared to other countries? What are the key obstacles?
The obstacles that are affecting the Ugandan innovators, some of them are institutional, in terms of corporate governance, in terms of structuring their teams, and some other institutional things. But others are market, are being driven by the market. So by the market, I mean that many of these end users have got a different perception on using technology. There is a lot of awareness that is required to be done. For example, if I can give you an example, I met a certain school and they were saying, now if we use your system, we are going to have problems with URA. We are going to have problems with a number of things with our parents. Their perception towards digitization was so much of the negative side. And we needed to prove them that no, this system is to help you track your operational activities. Look here, if you have 200 students and you can be able to project how much money you are going to collect from these students before even the term starts, you are able to draft your budgets and know how much is going to be used on each item of my budget and how much do we have to dispose of for this kind of activity. It's going to give you a little bit of analytics for you to be able to run your school without any need, maybe to run for loans or to use the money for other purposes, because you already know how your school is going to perform and you have now a target to achieve by these analytics. So we had to show them how this system is going to help them, and eventually they go to see it as a beautiful thing that is going to solve one of their problems. And remember, these financial components are very sensitive when it comes to schools, because a school is driven by school fees. And we found out that most of these schools did not even have their school fees balance details. It was a hassle to get the information from some of these administrators who are managing the finances. Now you could look at such a mess where even the balances are not known. Meaning, if they receive money, they just use anyhow, and they don't even know how much or how to account for it. And we had to show them that now, if you have 100 students, right, and you are collecting this amount, you have billed them this amount of money per term, this is what you are going to collect, and your budget shouldn't exceed this. I mean, they were able to see this and appreciate it. So there is a whole lot of campaigns needed to make awareness of such. Then there is also a challenge of internet costs. The costs of internet are still high to make it able to some of these schools to use the platforms. Remember, the platforms are powering the different departments of the school. Talk about the teachers, we are talking about the parents and other things. We have tried to rotate around with technology to make it able that even when they are offline, they can be able to capture some data and upload later when they have internet, which is making it a little bit flexible and solve some of the connectivity challenges.
Yes, from where you sit, what is the state of Uganda's fintech industry? Which ones do you see as opportunities and which are the key bottlenecks?
Because of the global agenda of digitization, we all know that some of the countries are so ahead than Uganda, but we also are taking the baby steps to see how we can go digital. Many of the government now ventures have taken their services digital, which is now going to improve the mindset of the market. We have seen it post-COVID that many of the things were taken online and people are trying to adopt. I remember it was very hard for people to get convinced that they can always be buying airtime from their mobile money wallet. But now it is the norm, and we no longer see the paper airtime vouchers that were sold anywhere. So the transition is pure and it is feasible. We just need to trust the process, but also encourage the government to make some of these IT infrastructure developments so fast, things to do like internet, going deep into villages, the costs coming a little bit low, but also looking at the tax kind of regime that is supposed to favor the startups that are trying to innovate around. We are having a challenge of the policies. Some of the policies are meant to be for, companies that are already established and international with high kind of turnover, and they are the same policies applying to startups. It's not really fair, and these policies need to be looked into. But also we are trying to see an opportunity where some well-established fintechs are now open to collaborate with the startups. This is wonderful. We have collaborated with many, and we think that if this spirit goes on, we are going to see the future of fintech brighter in Uganda.
Yes, and maybe if you don't mind, which are some of the fintechs you are currently working with?
Currently, we are working with Airtel, we are working with MTN, we are working with Flutterwave, we are working with Peleo, we are working with SurePay. I mean, there is a whole lot of collection of integration that we are doing around to see how we can solve our client needs by collaborating with other players.
Wonderful to hear. As a returning participant, what do you think has been the main contribution of the 4 Days for the Fintechs initiative towards shaping the fintech ecosystem for Uganda?
What I can say in short actually is that the 40 Days for the Fintech initiative is an eye-opener for the fintech innovators and also the public, because we are able to be given a platform to talk about some of the things which people might have even not have ever heard of. I mean, it has extended the reach for this gospel, the fintech gospel, to very many parts of the world, not only Uganda, but even other parts of. In so doing, it is attracting investors who think that they can invest their money into the Ugandan fintech startups, but also attracting the Ugandan players, partners, other partners, government agencies, to have now a keen eye on the fintechs that are trying to bring out these innovations and see how to support them. We keep calling upon the ministries concerned, the other government agencies, and also the international agencies that can really put their budgets onto these activities so that this fintech gospel is spread around beyond the central and other parts of Uganda.
Thank you, Mr. Mutebi. As we wind up, within 2 minutes, please pitch your product to the world and say anything else you think you haven't said.
I'm here to present our product, Edusat ERP, that is actually built or designed to solve a number of challenges within the education ecosystem, majorly focusing on the financial management and academic management. We have come up with a 360-degree solution that is enabling the school administrators, the proprietors, but also the parents and the children themselves to take a self-assessment kind of approach by looking at this information that is shared around the school by the school and the parents. We are focusing on seeing financial transparency between the school and the parents, and also focusing at accountability being done by the school when these parents pay for their children to study and they expect good results. So we have enabled parents to track their children's academic performance from day one, but also the attendance and the participation in different areas of the academic ecosystem. And with Edusat ERP, we are providing a robust solution that is going to make both parents and the school administrators happy.
It's always a pleasure having you, Mr. Alawi Mutebi. Today has been day 3 of 4 Days for the Fintechs Initiative, Season 5. Stay blessed and see you soon.